That Leona Lewis is with us tonight. A new single out, new album coming out, and she's going to be on tour as well. Leona, how are you doing?
I'm good, thank you.
And the new single, which we will play in a second, is called Happy, and it's from the brand new album, which is out in about 3 weeks' time.
Yeah, it's out on the 16th of November.
Just a difficult second album that you always hear people talk about after, obviously, the first album was just absolutely huge, wasn't it?
Yeah, the first album went down really well, and I've had a year to, well, about 9 months to work on this album, and yeah, I'm ready to just share it with everyone now, and, you know, hope it goes down well as well.
It's slightly scary because the first one was so successful. Millions and millions it sold, not just here, but obviously all around the world. So is it slightly scary that people are obviously going to compare the two, basically, in terms of how it does?
Yeah, I mean, I believe that, you know, every album has its certain pressures that come with it, but the only thing that I can do is, you know, put my best work into it, and that's what I did. I got to work with some really great songwriters on this one, and I think it's turned out very well.
Ryan Tedder is a guy that you've obviously worked with before, who's the guy from One Republic, if people don't know, and he's kind of this supreme songwriter. He seems to write stuff for everybody, doesn't he? Crops up all over the place.
Yeah, he's really talented, and yeah, I first started working with him. I think I was one of the first big songs that he'd done was Bleeding Love, and so, you know, I wanted to go back and work with him again, and we wrote Happy together, so it was really fun working with him. And
the tour, obviously, is long awaited, to say the least, as well. Why has it taken so long for you to hit the road?
Well, I wanted to have enough material, really. With the first album, I thought it'd be best to wait until the second album, more material, and a little bit more scope to have a bigger tour. And so we're going to start that in May next year.
But you've got a little live show before that, haven't you, coming up in a week or so?
I do. On the 2nd of November, I'm doing a gig at the Hackney Empire, so it's like the warm-up to the tour.
So is that kind of the first one ever where you've been Leona Lewis, the headline act kind of thing?
Yeah, it's the first major gig in London, so I'm really looking forward to it.
Scared or not? A little bit scary?
I'm excited about it. It's, you know, my hometown, and I'm going to have a lot of people there, you know, supporting, and so I'm really excited.
I guess you've got to have a little bit of nerves, haven't you? Is that the case with you as well?
I mean, I always get nervous before every show that I do. I think it's natural to, you know, it's that adrenaline rush that you need to get on stage and just kind of just get into it.
Shall we play the single and come back and talk in a minute?
Yeah.
Do you want to introduce it?
Yeah, I'm Leona Lewis, and this is Happy.
Brilliant new single from Leona Lewis. It's called Happy, from the brand new album Echo. So to tell us a little bit more about the album, people obviously have got your first one. Is it similar? Is it different? Without giving too much away.
It's got the same essence, but it is different in that my sound's slightly evolved. I mean, the songs on there are big and dramatic, quite anthemic, and there's also like big dance tunes on there, so it's quite diverse, and I spent quite a while working on it with some really great songwriters. I worked with Ryan Tedder again. I did a duet with One Republic on there. There's a song that Justin Timberlake has produced on there. Max Martin's written on it. So quite a few amazing songwriters.
There's a story today that Cheryl Cole, her new album, that she listens to it all the time at home. Do you listen to your own stuff, or do you kind of avoid doing that?
I mean, I listen to it, and then I kind of take a break from it, because I think if you listen too much, then you start to lose a bit of opinion on it. And then, but now I do. I don't like listen to it all the time, but I do.
It's a wonderful image, Cheryl, you know, with the vacuum cleaner and her album in the background.
Yeah.
So obviously got to mention X Factor. It's, 3 years ago now since you won that?
It is, yes.
Blimey, time flies. Time flies.
It really does.
Have you been watching this series? I guess everybody asks you that question.
Yeah, I've watched a bit of it. I have, yes. Very entertaining.
Are you going to be on it?
I will be. I'm going to perform there on the 8th of November. Which is exciting. So
what are you allowed to say what week that is going to be? So obviously it's the rock one, isn't it, next week?
I don't know. Oh, it's the rock week next week. That's cool.
It's Bon Jovi, isn't it, next week, I think?
Oh, wow. That's very cool. I don't know what week my week's going to be.
Because they've already done the kind of Divas thing, haven't they, with Whitney?
Yeah, they've done Whitney. I don't know. It'll be... Yeah, I'll have to find out.
Yeah, well, I suppose you better have them.
Yeah, you could.
So obviously everyone is talking about John and Edward. I have to ask you what you think, because apparently they got the most votes last week. And there's a real, well, not danger, but a real chance that they could actually win it, I suppose.
Well, you know, if people are voting for them, then and they got the most votes, which probably might not be true. I'm sure they're not allowed to even give that information out. But then I don't know. I think that they're very entertaining. They're not the best vocalists, but you know, they're kept in for a reason.
Do you have a favourite? Are you allowed to say who your favourite is of all the ones that you've seen so far?
I don't like saying, and as well, it's kind of early days yet.
Obviously, Alexandra won it last year. Do you think it'll be a girl that wins it again? Do you think it'll be a group?
Girl
Do you think
could win it.
guy?
I mean, it's all objective. It's all about who kind of starts to peak now and who kind of levels out. And, you know, the people that excel and do better each week are the people that you'll see, I think, staying till the final.
Fantastic. Well, good luck with the new single.
Thank you.
Good luck with the new album. Not that you will need it. That is out, November the 16th?
Yes, it is.
And we look forward to seeing you on the X Factor in a couple of weeks' time as well.
Yes.
Leona, it's been fantastic. Thanks very much.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Across the Northwest.